YouTube? Welcome to the old Cranky Man channel. It's a rainy Sunday morning. I'm going to spend it inside recapping yesterday's Lawn Lander Championship qualifier. It's round 2. I got coffee. Sit down with me and watch Stephen Mahoney, your boy from the MTG Dads podcast, playing medium green versus Schaefer H on Jun Lands.
I'm going to wait until to see if you mulligan. Yeah. I'm not going to give you any clues about whether or not I'm going to mulligan, though. I'm going to keep my hand.
Listen, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn those notifications on so that we get to annoy you every time we upload a video. So, this is a very sweet deck, and let me tell you, spoilers.
This is my first time playing this deck.
The mono green broccoli boys performed very, very well in this LCQ. These decks, you see Stefan's points there. Mox Emerald, Black Lotus, tons of mana crank out those threats. Medium green, or GRN as Stefan likes to call it, because he's too stupid to use vowels. He said that, not me. Really just trying to leverage these fast mana starts. They've got the Mox, they've got the Black Lotus, they've got all of these mana dorks, and then they've got big chunky threats that are either hard to kill or very large. Stefan on a mulligan here. Schaefer, premium lands pilot of the format. Don't quote me on that. Jund lands, Mox Emerald, Demonic Tutor, Natural Order, and Strip Mine, looking to go prime time mode here. Schaefer has basically been playing this deck since the dawn of mankind. Beautiful beard, also. Love this guy. On a mulligan here, I see a Mox Emerald in hand. Lovely proxy. Support your proxies, man. Support your friends. Let them play powerful magic. Surveil land looks like it's going to put a Natural Order to the graveyard. We don't want that one. 2 pointed cards on the first turn. Unfortunately, one of them is... Holy cow, it's a Lotus. Turn 1 Under Mountain Adventurer. This is what I'm talking about. This start is going to be so incredibly hard for Schaefer to come back from. Stefan going to go pick up another basic land here. Schaefer will need some sort of haste threat that can get through this Under Mountain Adventure. Otherwise, this dungeon is going to spiral out of control very quickly.
I will pass the turn.
Back on Schaefer's turn here, just gonna scoop them up. That is it. Game 1 is over.
I was gonna be able to sell the library.
Wow.
That's what I was playing for.
So, like I said, the Broccoli Boys performed very well, and is due in part to starts like you just saw there. The initiative, if you haven't seen this thing before, it's like, you know, an extra game piece or whatever that you can't really interact with. So once you have the initiative status, you have this dungeon that you go through, and it's just like, go get a basic land, put 2+1/+1 counters on a creature, dome your opponent for 5, make a treasure token, draw a card, make a 4/1 skeleton, look at the top 10, put something into play with 3+1/+1 counters that gets hexproof. If your opponent can't take this back from you,
I did have a 7-pointer. Yeah. That's the first time I've drawn that card.
The advantage that you get from it is insurmountable, and there's no way to interact with it. So, land, Lotus, take the initiative. Opponent has nothing but lands in play. Already on a mulligan. Not looking good for Schaefer here. Game 2. What do we need to do? Schaefer on the play.
This is like a throwback to my childhood.
He has, you know, he has mana dorks. He has a Moxen. He's capable of these fast starts too. He also has these initiative creatures in his deck. So he has the ability to, have a good game here. But when your opponent starts with a Lotus and taking the initiative, there's just nothing you can do.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
See if we can fast forward through the shuffle in here. And there we go.
I drew so well last night in a couple of games.
Schaefer possibly taking another mulligan here in game 2. Not what you want to see if you're on Team Schaefer.
And Cole here. He's here right now, I think. For a chance? I don't remember. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the card's so dumb. Where you can interact with it appropriately. I think I loved Reg, but it gets hurt by
Let's see. Looks like Schaefer is going to keep the 6 here. Maybe? No? Yes?
This one back.
For sure.
One on the bottom.
Ragavan.
Here is a mountain and a Ragavan. Nimble
First mate
Pilferer
Ragavan.
on turn 1. This is the kind of start that Schaefer needs to be able to have a game here.
He was like 60 or 90 bucks. And I'm
Let's
not
see
spending
what
on,
Stefan's got for turn 1. Coffee time.
Forest. Noble Hierarch. Go ahead.
Well, you can't have Lotus Undermount Adventure every
Go for
game.
it.
It's just going to be
Take two,
a
boss.
Noble Hierarch.
Trigger.
Schaefer
You get
going to
a
attack
Wildborn
with the
Preserver.
Ragavan.
Cast it.
Wildborn Preserver going to come off the top. This mono green deck gets to play some of the sweetest cards. Treasure token for Schaefer here. Is he going to cast this Wildborn Preserver? It is Badlands, it looks like, from Schaefer. So,
Thought I had something right.
green
I
mana
will
yet. Well, I guess he's
play
got
a
the
Badlands
treasure
and
token.
Inquisition.
Here is an Inquisition of Kozilek. And look at that. Look at Stefan getting out the life total tracker here.
My wallet is metal and
that.
it slips out of my pants with some amount of regularity. You're 20, yeah?
Yes.
You take something. You can't take these.
So I see a, what is that, a snakeskin veil?
Shifting Ceratops.
A
Yeah.
blossoming sands, questing beast, and a shifting ceratops. So Stefan will be able to protect these threats if he ever gets them into play. We have a pretty 4-color and Jeskai skewed meta at the moment, so shifting ceratops is
They're both
super duper potent against those decks. They can't counter it. They have a hard time interacting with it. You can dump mana into it to give it all these crazy keyword abilities. Love me a dinosaur. Inquisition, gonna take the snakeskin veil. Pass back over to Stefan here. If he draws that Mox off the top, he will be able to power out one of these 4 mana creatures. Gonna protect him really well from that Ragavan as well. What do we got for turn 2, Stefan? Looks like a Prismatic Vista.
I'm gonna crack this.
And gonna crack. So I wonder if he drew a 3-drop here. If he drew a 3-drop here, we can cast it off of this Noble Hierarch. If not, I wonder if the Noble Hierarch gets in the red zone just to get a damage through. We need the Noble Hierarch to stick around until next turn. He's got the Blossoming Defense in hand to protect it from any removal spells that Schaefer could potentially throw at it. So maybe just get in for that 1 damage. He is going aggro.
No.
Okay, so a tail swipe is going to take care of the Ragavan after a Blossoming Defense, and then Noble Hierarch going to get in the red zone for 4 damage.
And boo.
Here is a Minskin Boo from Schaefer here, another one of these extremely powerful cards.
Draw a card.
So Boo token going to come into play here and going to... Oh! He's just going to immediately cash in the Boo token to draw a card and deal Stefan 1 damage.
Cast this once upon a time.
Sorry, kill the Noble Hierarch. Once Upon a Time going to get cast here. I believe I saw the Black Lotus on the top for the Once Upon a Time there. That's not a land. You can't take that. Wow, Schaefer going aggro with the Boo token there. Not what I expected. I mean... Stefan does have these super powerful 4-drops in hand, like the
Yeah, but
Oh, I got.
man. I guess if Stefan gets to cast that Questing Beast on this turn, it will threaten the Minskin Boo. I just don't know. Seems very aggro to just chuck your Boo token into that Noble Hierarch. I don't know, maybe it's the correct thing to do. The Minskin Boo does get to stick around. We'll make another Boo in Schaefer's upkeep here.
Okay.
Schaefer says he doesn't like cards made
I
after
know,
modern.
but
Also,
I-
Schaefer casts modern cards.
I would enjoy winning. Draw for turn. 6 draw.
All right.
Seems to be good.
Plus on my boo.
Field of the Dead.
4/4. Yeah. Seems to be good.
Attack for 4.
Take it for your boss.
Minskin Boo going to attack for 4. Stefan down to 13.
I don't know the answer.
Let's see what the follow-up is. Here's 2 mana. Punishing Fire going to take care of the Delighted Halfling. Does Stefan have a 4th land for this Questing Beast?
It's not going well for your hero here.
Does not. It looks like a Boreal Druid is going to get
And Black
cast
Lotus.
here. Back on
Yeah, drawing my
Schaefer's
points is
turn.
a big deal.
I'll make a boo. But
Shout out to Punishing Fire. Card is
You can bounce it
sick.
with your card, basically.
That's a really good point. The problem I'm having right here is I don't have green mana. That's fine. Plus on boo.
Okay.
Attack for 7.
Take
Boo
it,
is a 7/7 now. Stefan is down to
Oh,
just
no.
6
I
life.
can't
What
play
is the
anything else.
follow-up?
Okay.
Schaefer does not have green mana. Okay, so Stefan can play the Questing Beast or Ceratops
ahead.
now. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be
I'll make a boo.
Ceratops.
I'm gonna keep the 7/7.
Sure. You're gonna throw that
So-
on the base,
Boo? Yeah.
I know Ceratops can't be countered and has protection from blue, but it looks like
Ancestor Recall.
the
Now this
the
this
Boo
game,
token
we're
is just
gonna
going to
have
grow
it
to
where
an
we both do
11/11
our
and
Without
kill Stefan
busted
dead.
cards.
So we are going to
Yes,
get a
busted.
game
Unless I
3
got fast
here in round
That's what's
2.
old.
fast spot. Yeah. Old
Let's
busted.
see if we can fast forward through the shuffling here. Go. Both players looking at 7 cards here. What's it going to be, boys?
I'm gonna keep this.
Schaefer's going to send him back for a fresh hand.
0 in this hand.
What does Stefan have? I see an Arbor Elf and 5 lands.
Yeah, you too? Mine are doing the thing where they just like.
I
Start to slide.
don't know. Is he
Well,
going to
like,
send
it's
that
going
back?
to-
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I saw the Arbor Elf. I saw at least 4 lands.
Cool.
We'll see what happens. Could be totally wrong about that.
Trying to find
When all the cards are green, it can be kind of hard to tell them
I don't know if I'm the
apart.
only one, but feels like when you run up against the clock at the end, you're like, "Ah,
Yeah, just put it in whatever. I don't care.
yeah, you're like, I'm at 98. I'm at 98.
I think Stefan kept 7, so
You get to 98 and you're like, all these cards are bad now. When did they all get bad all of a sudden?
let's see. So there's, okay, I see 3 lands, an Arbor Elf. I believe that's an Undermountain Adventurer. Okay, we're going to start off with an Arbor Elf. Deathrite Shaman from Schaefer. Back over to Stefan.
It's probably the wrong one to play actually.
We have like Utopia Sprawl or something like that to just make 4 mana on turn 2. Here is a Forest.
Outland Liberator. It is
2 mana for a
Fighter of the Night.
Outland Liberator.
Do you want to trade 1-drops?
It is daytime.
Wait.
Fuck.
Yes. Go ahead.
Another 1 mana thing. I don't know what card that is. I'm not gonna lie. I have no idea what card that is.
3 or 4 years. Aftermath.
Ooh. Can I read it? Yep. This has seen some modern play recently.
That is
So
the
you know 3 cards,
Aftermath
and you can pay
Analyst,
for
I
it,
believe it is
and
called.
just bounce all
So
your lands.
You can return all your lands.
it is like
to the battle.
4 mana, sacrifice it, put all the lands from your graveyard onto the battlefield, tapped it. Oh, and when it enters, you mill 3. So
You
there's
can now
a
make mana with your Deathrite
Yeah,
Chain.
one of my least favorite cards.
a Urza Saga, a
pitch
land,
a
and
punishing fire to cast
then
Fury.
Sure.
an
1, 2,
Orcish
3, 4.
Bowmaster. So Fury is going to get cast here, and
and then I'm gonna
3 for
eat-
2,
actually, I'm gonna
Stefan.
respond.
Okay.
I'm gonna respond. I have a response to that.
Okay, Stefan is going to
I'm
do
going
something in
to-
response.
Okay.
Return a 4.
Return this to my hand to untap this.
Okay.
I am then going to tap this to untap this.
Oh, it's a Quirion Druid. That's what that card
I'm
is.
going to cast a royal treatment targeting my Outland Liberator.
Okay,
Text
so
with
he's
the
gonna
target
protect the
creature,
Outland
royal
Liberator
token
from the
attached to
Fury.
that creature.
Okay.
And then
Plus
the
1/+1?
Quirion Druid and the Arbor Elf still die, I
If you
believe.
control another roll on it, put that roll in the graveyard. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1. It has ward 1.
Okay.
So this is a royal token. Resolves?
Yes.
Okay, so the Fury is going to resolve. The
Actions
other
with
2
Quirion
creatures are
Ranger.
going to
So this
die.
is a 3/3 now.
Okay. Eat a.
Outland Liberator is going to get a stick around, though. So
Pass an Elvish Reclaimer.
Sure.
Go ahead.
an Elvish Reclaimer, one of my favorite green 1-drops from Schaefer here. I'll pass back over to Stefan.
Scavengers.
A Scavenging Ooze going to come into play. That will hopefully stem off the bleeding here a little bit from
15.
Okay, go ahead.
the Outland Liberator. I mean, the Scavenging Ooze is just very good here. So it's good against the Aftermath Analyst, the Deathrite Shaman, and the Elvish Reclaimer. All three. Does Schaefer have a third
Look at all these
land?
modern, like,
I know it.
modern.
I'm not happy.
Stefan loves to give anybody a hard
Nihil
time.
Spellbomb.
Nihil Spellbomb from Stefan
Go.
here, or from
Matters
Schaefer
less
here. Gonna pass
in
back
this
over to Stefan. No third land from Schaefer.
Bayou.
There's the Bayou.
I would like to go to combat.
Sure.
Both creatures going to get in the red zone here. Schaefer is already down to 10. Probably going to have to go on the defensive here, I would imagine. This is an attack for 5. The Fury and the Bowmaster in the graveyard make it a attack for 7, potentially. And then Stefan's deck has all kinds of,
4
like,
damage.
Berserk and pump stuff like that. Scavenging Goose is going to
I'll gain a life.
exile the
counter.
Fury. He'll gain a life.
I'd like to eat your Orcish Bowmasters.
Bowmasters is going to get eaten here, so Scavenging Goose is a 4/4 now. This is an attack for 7. Schaefer down to just 3. Not looking good for Team Schaefer here.
In the turn, attempt to eat my Urza Saga.
I will exile yours a Saga.
Yeah.
Exile your graveyard.
Scavenging is proving to be very, very powerful here against all of these
Is it
cards.
night
Nihil Spellbomb going to get cashed in. Schaefer will draw a card. Does he have a third land? It is nighttime now. Outland Liberator is going to transform.
Traverse the Ulamalt for a basic land.
Okay. Kinda
Schaefer
destroyed
has
our
a
graveyard.
Traverse.
I like how you're like
Not
"Do not deny our
delirious,
work,
and we'll just
yours."
be getting a basic land here.
Mount on.
Yeah, sure.
So he does finally have green
Ward
mana.
1. The roll gives it +1/+1 and Ward 1, so it's a 4/4.
I guess he had green mana before, didn't he? Yeah, the Overgrown Tomb.
Notably, this is an enchantment, so it's like a card you can't interact with.
Mountain. Sure. Man, I wanted that Urza Saga, huh? Go ahead.
Let's see. I see a Chain Lightning and a Questing Beast in hand from Schaefer here. Nothing really in the graveyard he can use to fuel this Deathrite Shaman. He can potentially activate the Elvish Reclaimer here. But with this Scavenging Ooze in play, I think it's going to be pretty hard for Schaefer to be able to do anything super meaningful without drawing something. Yeah, I mean, the Chain Lightning doesn't even kill Stefan's creatures at this point. We're at a weird sort of parity, but I think Stefan has the advantage. Both creatures going to get in the red zone.
I will block your. What's big? It's a 4/4.
4/4 and 4/4, and yeah, 4/4/4/4.
Actually. Block Scavenging Ooze.
Looks like Aftermath Analyst is going to block the Scavenging Ooze.
Before damage? Sure. No, not before damage. Yeah, that's all. Just block Scavenging Ooze.
Berserk.
4 more?
Yeah.
Oh, Berserk.
I will activate Elvish Reclaimer. Sure.
He has a Glacial Chasm in his deck, I guess.
I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna crack this water without growth. You're good.
Okay. So he has a Glacial Chasm in his
Also, I'm
deck.
going to exile your swamp.
I will respond by eating my swamp and making a red mana.
Sure.
Okay. 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 Okay.
We still
Okay.
have to
Okay.
track day-night for the rest of the game.
I actually think the Glacial Chasm is exiled. I believe he milled the Glacial Chasm off of the Aftermath Analyst, so the Glacial Chasm is not in his deck.
Oh no!
Yeah. So he is dead here.
Milled the Glacial
He is
Chasm,
dead
didn't
here
you?
to this Berserk.
Yep.
Okay, in that case,
Do you die? This is unblocked and it's 8 damage.
right, that is, oh my god,
Oh man.
I think I do die
Did I kill you with a Berserk?
Yes, I think-
Did I kill you with a Berserk?
I
He
don't
says.
play-
Wasted games. I was like, So I was going back and forth on casting.
That
Roll
is
Dotting
gonna
as well,
be
so
it
forgot
for
that I had the
round
first thing I
2.
noticed.
Stefan
I've
is
noticed it. I
going
don't
to
think I had-
advance
I don't
to
think you can do this.
2-0
I think
and well on his way to a
I would
top
say,
8
well, like, so I
here.
had a way to the,
4 more rounds of Swiss to go. If you haven't
did
done
you?
so already, please subscribe to the channel, turn those notifications on so that we get
I was
to
at
annoy
22
you
still,
every
which was, like,
time
I felt
we
like enough.
upload a
Yeah,
video,
so
and we will
my thoughts
see
were
you
that I could
tomorrow
play
for
it full
round
haste and, like,
3.
try to ping
Bye.
you probably have to trade off some of your creatures.